I spent about 30 years in the automotive industry, mostly in premium and luxury sports cars and motorcycles. These days I'm a board advisor to several companies, the latest of which is Longbow, which I'm very pleased with. We're here today with the management of Longbow and the newly established board of advisors, really with a view to start putting together some sort of operating process to make sure that we capture all the great opportunities we see. There's an extraordinary range of skill sets and backgrounds, and so I'm glad to be part of it.
I've been in the automotive industry for 33 years now. I've recently worked for Lotus, but before that with Aston Martin, Rolls-Royce, BMW as well. Longbow is a fascinating project. I think they're trying to do the things that most of us dream about, honestly. In my background, I've worked for sports car companies that have tried to achieve the lightweight, fun sports car goal, but for whatever reason hasn't quite been achieved. And that's why I'm excited to be a part of this team.
Been in the automotive business 43 years now. It seems a long time when I think back. I started in Liverpool with Ford Motor Company on a production line building Ford Escorts, then moving into general management with Ford to Rolls-Royce and Bentley, moved from there to Volvo. And then I was approached by Ron Dennis at McLaren, and McLaren had just launched an automotive company in 2011. I went in 2012 and then worked with the team there to develop that company. Now I do some advisory work, and today I've got the pleasure of being with the other advisory board members at Longbow Motors. I read about Longbow. It was a company that's been presented incredibly well to market earlier this year. Their approach to the business I thought was really credible. It's interesting to come into a company that I actually admire very much, even though they're a young company. The people here are really seasoned professionals in their areas.
The speed of lightness. Light allows you to be faster, and fast allows you to be lighter. And I think it's a good motto, not just for a car, but also for the behavior of a car company. I've worked for large and small manufacturers, but the best ones are the ones that don't focus on their own internal process and bureaucracy, but actually focus on the customer and the end result of building a great car. And that's what we're trying to do here.
Speed of Lightness is also about scaling in the right way as a business, putting across your clear brand purpose from the get-go and sticking to that plan and sticking to that promise to the customer. But also then doing that in a very sustainable and efficient manner as well.
I come from a sales and marketing background, so I've been doing global distribution and retail for decades. But in the last 10 years or so, I've had more general management and product strategy functions, where I was actually in charge of leading companies or parts of companies to a whole end-to-end solution, starting from the product idea to the technical delivery, to the manufacturing, to the go-to-market, and then the life cycle management of the customer. And that's kind of, having seen that whole end-to-end system, hopefully I can not only add value to the decisions, but also help identify and avoid some of the pitfalls that kind of happen when you run this startup gauntlet, because you can't get it really wrong even once. And the trick is to get the good things really well, but to also make sure if you make a mistake that it doesn't kill you.
For me, the area of interest would be the commercial side, the go-to-market piece, but also being involved in this early concept stage as well is important, because there's lots of decisions being made upstairs right now which are vital to the long-term success of the product and the way it's sold.
I think in this case a small team is a huge advantage. Major OEMs lose lots of time, money and energy trying to manage teams of hundreds of people towards one goal, because there's so much coordination required. Here the team is small enough that you can get into one room, agree what good looks like, and then just go and do it.
I just love this industry, genuinely. I've had 43 years in automotive and enjoyed every one of them. So I've no intention of not working whilst I retired from a full-time executive role when I left McLaren. And frankly, without trying to sound overstating it, it's an absolute pleasure to come and help people I admire. If I didn't admire the people involved in this or enjoy working with them, I wouldn't be doing it. So it's very enjoyable and very satisfying to be part of.
For me, the most exciting part of it is being involved in the creation of a car company from scratch, and delivering a long-held promise of that fun, British engineered and designed sports car, going back to the heydays of the industry, honestly, and being a part of history, fundamentally, in delivering this to market.
There's this double win opportunity that the best sports cars aren't too big, too complicated, too heavy. I think the opportunity exists to keep it simple, lightweight, very visceral, fun to drive sports car. And that's not easy, but we've got the experience around the table to know what good looks like, to know what to avoid, and what technical solutions to use to make it work. The world has been waiting for somebody to do a proper sports car that happens to be electric, and this is it. I'm glad to be here. Is that all right? Okay. No worries.
Cool.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.